Hello, and welcome back to another Sunday sector review, where we like to say Sundays are for sectors. This past week, we had some volatility both up and down in the market, closing out the week bearish with unemployment rate coming in hot. This week's volatility, if we go to the Forex factor, we have a couple of red folders. We have Wednesday, core PPI. Thursday, we have CPI and unemployment claims. And Friday, we have consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. So, a couple of red folders, which could possibly equal volatility this coming week. The new candles that are opening this week are the 7-week, the 5-week, and of course the 1-week. I typically don't look at the 7-week, but for the sake of you guys that do, I'll look through the 7-week with you guys. So without further ado, let's get started. First up on the list. Also, I'll be going through the monthly as well. Even though we just opened the month, I like to just look through it. If you've been following me the last couple of videos, we start with the monthly. Even though we have a new one, we see where we stand. So XME on the month, we are 2 up on the month. The 7-week close, we are 2 up on the 7-week with no wick at the top. The 5-week, same with the 5-week. The weekly close is a 2 up hammer. Daily with the gap up and closed as a strong bullish 2 up on the daily. So clearly XME is still bullish to the upside. The 4-hour has not been any structural change. We are still above the 50 SMA and we're still showing bullish. Full time frame continuity to the upside. So I still like XME for another week of bullishness. Next up is XLY. Let's start with the monthly. 2 up on the month to start the month off. The 7-week is a 2-2 continuation to the upside. On the 7-week, we have a very small wick, but I wouldn't worry much about that. The 5-week, 2 up on the 5-week. The weekly close as a outside bullish weekly, and the daily close is a failed 2 up on the daily. All-time highs is at 240. We are still above the 50 SMA on all time frames. Let me see, the 4-hour, we are inside 4-hour. So there's a gap here. I'm looking at this gap. There's a gap here. If XLY wants to pull back some, I think I would like for it to hold 233.85, in between 233.85 and 232.83. If he wants to pull back, hold this and reverse it back up to 240. If we lose 232, then look for XLY to come fill this gap to 231. But for the most part, I am bullish on XLY. XLV on the monthly, We are a 3-1 bullish on the monthly to start off the month. The 7 week is outside bullish 7 week. The 5 week, same outside bullish 5 week. The weekly closed as a 2 up on the weekly. The daily closed as a 2 up on the daily. 4 hour closed as a 3-1 hammer on the 4 hour. So I'm still bullish on XLV. We can take the inside break. This box here that I have highlighted is also a box of compression. We've just kind of been in this range. I would like to see XLV go ahead and break above the yearly open at 138.26, which also coincides with the previous week 138.26. And go ahead and to 140s. We are above the SMA, and time frame continuity is still to the upside. So bullish on healthcare still. XLU on the monthly, we are a 2 down on the month. After the previous month, we hit all-time highs and became a failed 2 up. And so now we're retracing back down. We gap down. I'm still, from the looks of it here, I'm still bearish on XLU. I was bearish on XLU last week as well. 7 week, also a failed 2 up on the 7 week. 5 week. Another failed 2 up on the 5 week. The weekly close as a 2-2 continuation to the downside. And the daily close is a 3-2 down on the daily. 4 hour lower time frame close as a 3-1, and it's actually been doing it for the last couple of 4 hours. Structural change to the downside. We are below the 50 SMA, and time frame continuity is mixed but pointing more bearish. So I'm still bearish on XLU. You can take the 4 hour inside break. Take this to the downside. This is, yeah, so XLRE on the monthly, inside month hammer. 7 week is 2 up continuation, almost close to a doji, almost. 5 week close inside bullish. The weekly close is a bearish hammer. Well, I would consider this a bullish hammer, but it's red. And the daily close is a gap with a 2-2 up continuation. We rejected right at 42.43, which has been the top of the compression range. So we're still in it. It wicked it and came back within this compression range. The 4 hour close as a 2-1 inside bullish. 4 hour, we are just above the 50 SMA. The structural change is to the upside on the 4 hour. The daily is conflicting with the 4 hour, although we do have this gap up. I would like to see XLRE break this 42.43 and possibly tap 43 if it can ever get out of this range. Full time frame continuity is to the upside. XHB on the monthly is a 2 up on the month. 7 week, 2 up on the 7 week. Strong close to the upside. Same for the 5 week. The weekly closed as an outside bullish weekly. The daily closed with the gap up to the upside. Wicking above the Barney formation that I have, but closing right back under it. So the 4 hour. The 4 hour is a 2-1 bullish 4 hour. We are above the 50 SMA. Structural is still showing up, and the full time frame continuity to the upside. So I am still bullish on XHB. All time highs is at 126. So we can get out of this Barney formation. We can head towards all-time highs. XLP on the month. XLP on the month is a fail to down, so buyers were present at the $80 mark and pushed its way back up. I'm ready for the month of September. The 7 week closed as horrible 7 week. There was a double inside 7 week. It pushed to the upside, but it immediately closed very bearish on the 7 week. The 5 week, when you see it, it's still considered a 2 up on the 5 week, surprisingly. But these wicks here is XLP don't like this area. This, I don't know what it is, about between 81 and 82. 81 and 83. It don't like it. The weekly close as a fail to down on the weekly. The daily close as an outside bullish daily, but it also is under the 50 SMA. It wicked it and rejected. And the 4 hour close is a hammer fail to down on the 4 hour. So we're holding this 80.44 area, but I'm not really convinced that XLP wants to do much movement to the upside. 4 hour structural is to the upside, but like I said, we are under this 50 SMA, so it could give you maybe a dollar move, but I don't see it doing much outside of it. It may reject this again. It may reject 81.30 again. So time frame continuity is mixed. Not really too much of a fan of XLP. We are at the bottom holding this, like I said, holding this $80 support, but it's not pushing aggressively away from it. So not really fond of XLP. XLK on the monthly is inside month. 7 week. It's a 2 up on the 7 week. The 5 week, 2 up on the 5 week. The weekly close is a failed 2 down. And the daily close is a 3-2 up on the daily 4 hour. Close is a 3-1 4 hour. How do I feel about XLK? Oh, there it is. I do have a 4 hour trend line on XLK because we have been in this trend where we tap the top of my broad information, tap the bottom, tap the top of this trend line and broad information, and this was, if I'm not mistaken, this is also all-time highs, and then we reject. Back down to the broad information, back up to this trend line, back down to the broad information. So I'm hoping for back up to the trend line, if nothing else. Really would like to see it push through 267. But like I said, I know we have to get through this trend line first, but I would like to anticipate upside with XLK. So yeah. Time frame continuity is mainly to the upside with the exception of the day, but yeah. There is a structural change on the 4 hour, but like I said, I'm anticipating this to test this trend line again and possibly push above it. So I am slightly bullish on XLK. XLI on the monthly is inside month, so now we are a double inside month currently on XLI. The 7 week close is a failed 2 up on the 7 week. The 5 week close is an inside 5 week. The weekly close is a gap down, 2 down on the weekly. And the daily close as a bearish outside daily candle. And the 4 hour close is a bearish 3-1 on the daily. XLI. We know we can mark our inside candles. If we lose 149, I would anticipate 148.13. I can see it going there. Yeah. Time frame continuity is mainly bullish. Not really feeling the, was it the weekly? Yeah, not really feeling the weekly and not really feeling how the day closed. Although price found some buyers and pushed up at the end of the day. We're right at the 50 SMA, and it's signaling bearish. This might be the only thing holding it up. I think we open inside on XLI. Would I like to be bullish? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going for bearish on this one. It's looking a little weak. I'm going for bearish on this one. XLF. XLF on the monthly is currently a failed 2 up on the month. 7 week closed as a 2 up on the 7 week. The 5 week closed as a 2 up on the 5 week. The weekly closed as an outside bearish weekly. The daily, the same. And the 4 hour is a 3-2 down on the 4 hour. We do have structural change on the 4 hour. Made a higher low. We are still above the 50 SMA on the 4 hour. Well, on all of them. You can stand to tap there, I guess. If you draw your fibs on the daily, you have your low. Oh, I guess I could have did that. Oh, they already there. Hold on. I'm bearish on XLF. We can come back to the OTE 52.30 to 52 even and look for reactions there to the upside. But for right now, we did tap highs and came back in, and so yeah, I'm a bit bearish on XLF to this range, 52.30, 52 even. I'll be looking for reactions there. XLE. XLE on the monthly is failed to up on the monthly. 7 week is a 2-2 continuation to the upside on the 7 week. The 5 week closed as an outside bullish candle on the 5 week. The weekly closed as an outside bearish candle. The daily closed as a 2 down on the daily. And 4 hour closed as a failed 2 down hammer on the 4 hour. Oil is doing the most. There's some conflicting, clearly, time frames. There's structural change on the 4 hour. We are still above the 50 SMA. We are not too far from OTE. This is on the 4 hour. So, and the yearly open is here. So, this could be a strong magnet that will find support at, what is this? At the yearly open, which is 86.36. We closed at 87.36. So, a dollar away. XLE will have to hold this. If not, we're coming down some more. But right now, I would like to be bearish. I am bearish on it to 86.36. And after 86.36, depending on what we do there, then I can give what I am, my bias after that. Right now, bearish time frame continuity is mainly bearish. So XLC on the monthly is a 2 up on the month. We made new all-time high, so I'll move this at some point. The new all-time high is 115.09. The 7 week close as a 2-2 continuation to the upside. The 5 week close is a 2 up on the 5 week. The weekly close as an outside bullish candle, no wick. The daily The daily close is a 2 continuation to the upside on the daily. 4 hour is a 2-1 inside 4 hours. So we've exceeded the all-time highs. There's a broad information that XLC is still inside of that I have. So like from here 117 ish, yeah. So from here like 117 ish. Time frame continuity is full time to the upside. We are above the 50 SMA. Trend is to the upside on all time frames. So I am still bullish on XLC until proven otherwise. XLB on the monthly. We're starting off inside on XLB. We found support at 90.21, closing at 91.96 so far. So buyers were present in the $90 area. The 7-week closed 2-1, so it's an inside 7-week, a hammer, as a matter of fact, a bullish hammer 7-week. 5-week closed a bullish inside 5-week. The weekly close is a 2 down. Daily closed as a 2 up after the gap up hammer. We did reject 92.72, which is previous month high, along with some other strong areas like the ADR and previous week's high also lines up with 92.72. So this has been an area of rejection. Here it is again. Here it is again. So this is also some equal highs. So if XLB can push through this area, then it'll be great. If it's continuing to reject, because we did, even though it is a bullish candle, we still closed as a shooter on XLB. So we could potentially see some retracement as long as we don't lose the 91.36. Then I believe XLB will be okay. This could just be a retracement after hitting a significant level. So I keep a watch on it. We are still above the SMA. Time frame continuity is bullish, and we are still within broad information. So now we're just in the range. All-time highs is 97.87. Still, I would like to see the reaction this coming week. If there's still reaction off this 92.72, if it's still pushing down. But other than that, I'm bullish on XLB. SMH. To the monthly, we are inside month on SMH. All-time highs is 102.98, so close to 103. 7-week close as a 2 up on the 7-week. 5-week close as a 2 up on the 5-week. We closed as a failed 2 up on the weekly. And the daily close is a 2 up hammer on the daily. I clearly have my fib strong. Is this a 4-hour fib? Oh no, is this? This was a daily fib. So We pushed out of OTE here. Actually whipped right off of it. So, and there's a gap here to be filled. And also, we still have room for all-time highs. If you look at the trend, we've just been trading from the top to the bottom, to the top to the bottom of this broadening formation. So I'm looking for this to push up to 300 if we can't get above the 302. I'm looking for it to push to 300, and I would like for it to test 302 before coming back down, but 300 would suffice for me from here. Time frame continuity is mainly up. We are above the 50 SMA, and again, you can see on 4 hour, we are still trading within this range. I just would like for it to continue to this upside before coming back down. So DIA on the monthly is a fail to up on the month already, forming a shooter. Still early. Definitely still early. 7 week, 2 up on the 7 week. We did tap all-time highs, and there's a small rejection there. 5 week, 2 up on the 5 week. The weekly close is an outside bearish week. I'm sorry. The daily close is a fail 2 up on the daily, and the 4 hour is a 3-1 on the 4 hour. It's a lot of 3-1 4 hours. Same for this one. We're trading within the range of this broadening formation. Trend is still up, although this 4 hour is bearish to me. You know what to do. Market actionable signals. We lose 453.69. We're coming down to the 450s. We are still above the 50 SMA. Time frame continuity is kind of mixed, but more on the bullish side. So I could use a pullback. If this don't hold, I'm coming down some. I would also want to remember that, I'll say that at the end. I'll come back to that. IWM starting off the month is a 3-2 continuation to the upside. All-time highs is at 244. We closed at 237.77, so we still got a little bit of ways to go. The 7 week is a 2-2 continuation to the upside on the 7 week. The 5 week, 2 up on the 5 week. The weekly close is an outside bullish weekly candle. The daily close is a bullish doji, and the 4 hour close is a 2-1 bullish 4 hours. So I like IWM. I'm bullish on IWM. We are above the 50 SMA. Time frame continuity is bullish to the upside. You can mark your inside 4 candle. Your inside 4 hour candle and take it to 239, or you can buy some longer dated, maybe some Octobers or Novembers, and take it to 244. But I am bullish on IWM. The Qs on the monthly. The cues are inside month on the month. Let me see, yeah. 2 up on the 7 week. The 5 week, the same 2 up. 5 week. The weekly close is a bullish outside weekly. The daily close is a 2 up hammer on the daily. And the 4-hour close is a 3-1 4-hour. This box here, this is our compression. This is just letting me know we haven't really done anything in the cues. We just, but besides trade in this range. 583. Well, we get above 580. We can stay above 580, then I'd see a greater push to the upside. Right now, we just kind of peeking out this range, and then we'll come back in. So for the cues, we just still in a compression. We are above 50 SMA. Time frame continuity is to the upside. You can trade this inside 4 hour, but until it come out of this box, then I really kind of would just let the cues do what it wants to do until it comes out of this range. Okay, in Q, 9 times out of 10, same thing. Monthly is inside. I do want you to pay attention that we buyers stepped in at 23.027. The month is just open and buyers were present here pushing the price back up. So we are still inside month, but just know if we come back down here, just buyers are present. So don't be alarmed. 7 week is a 2 up on the 7 week. 5 week, same 2 up on the 5 week. The weekly close is a outside bullish weekly. The daily close is a bullish doji. And the 4 hour close is a bearish 2-1 4 hour. So there's still no structural change, still looking bullish to the upside. We're still above the 50 SMA. Time frame continuity is to the upside, but just like with the cues, we are just basically within this range until we can break above this, until we can break above 2400 or 24K, then we just kind of in this. So we get above here, the previous month's high, and I like it. Bullish, but kind of just consolidating. Is on the monthly is, we are a 2 up on the month. We're 2 up on the month. The 7 week, 2-2 continuation to the upside on the 7 week. 5 week, same for the 5 week. Weekly closed as a outside bullish doji, and the daily closed as an outside bearish daily. The 4 hour closed as a bearish 2-1 on the 4 hour. There's some structural change on the 4 hour. Let me see. So could see 64.30. I mean, we could get a pullback. I do feel like, what do I? NQ is a bit stronger than ES, I believe, at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if we come to 64.30 or even 63.80 and then go back up. That would be ideal. I wouldn't mind it. I know it's a lot of stuff on this chart. Excuse me. We are still within the burning formation. We did make all-time highs. We swept and came back within the range. So I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to get more of a sell-off in a little bit of this. And that's what I wanted to explain earlier. But let me finish with the SPY, because here I'll be explaining this arrow in just a second. The monthly. We are 2 up on the month. The 7 week, 2 up on the 7 week. The 5 week, 2 up on the 5 week. The weekly close as an outside bullish weekly. The daily close as an outside bearish daily, but also as a hammer. The 4 hour, the 3-1 bearish on the 4 hour. Let me bring this back up. So we follow the trend, right? So we do see that a lot of things are still bullish and or consolidating at the moment after reaching all-time highs. Most things have reached all-time highs. Some still have just a little ways to go. So being up here is very cautious worthy, because at any given moment a retracement is justified because of how high we are. I structure wise, if you look on the 4 hour, we've been making higher lows and higher highs, and even if we close at 647.24, even if we pull back to 636, if we lose $10-11, we are still technically in an uptrend, and I want people to pay attention to that, because this pullback is very much needed in order for us to go higher. And like I say, we will respect the trend, but this is also historically supposed to be the most bearish month of the year. So we play what we see, but let's not be afraid of the pullback, because it is very much needed. I would very much like to see a $10 pullback. Of course, not in one day and not in 1 week. The month of September would be perfect for it. I know we have news catalysts throughout the month. We got FOMC coming up and a lot of those things, but this will be healthy. So I just want people to pay attention to that. Do not be fearful. This to 636 still will create a higher low and still will have the market in a bullish uptrend. We do need a pullback. So yeah, there's that. And so of course with the VIX, I'll just start with like, let me go on the monthly. This is horrible. The month on the VIX is a bearish inside month. We are threatening that 1456 again. I've been having this mark for a while. The 7 week is a 2-2 continuation to the downside. The 5 week is a 2 down. Yeah. The weekly close is a fail 2 up and is now a shooter. It tapped the 50 SMA and then rejected, and it tapped my trend line that I've been having here, and it's just yeah, it's still looking bearish, of course, but it's funny how it's tapping certain areas and respecting it, even if it's just for a little bit. The daily close is a bearish outside day. Not looking too well. So, and the 4 hour close is a bullish 3-1 on the 4 hour, but yeah, time frame continuity is to the downside. Structural change is to the downside. We are below the 50 SMA, so bearish on the VIX, which means the market will be potentially bullish. So, but of course, like I said, we'll play what we see. What are your favorites? Y'all let me know what y'all looking at. For me, I like XME, XLY, XLV, XHB, XLC, XLB, and IWM for the upside going into this week. Y'all let me know what y'all like. That is it for me. If you guys would just let me know what y'all looking at. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what are your favorite ones down in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in to another Sunday sector review, where we like to say Sundays are for sectors. Next time, y'all.